Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm waiting for the chat. I have to put the chat over here so I can see it. We're going to see if it comes up, y'all. Hi, guys. All right, let's see. I don't sign into chat. Why do I not see the chat? Oh, there you are. Hi, you guys. I'm like looking. I'm on a different computer. I mean, a different camera, computer, just checking that everything is working. Does it look like it's working, y'all? Okay, I've got to put this, you know what? I've got to look at myself like, weirdly, I got to look up there because this is a different camera. This is not my phone. It's like literally the camera. Okay, so I can look up. Or I've got to lower the camera where it's like right on me. Okay. Hi, you guys. How is everybody? Okay, I see the chat. Hi, you guys. I see the chat. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Some other guy tried to usurp me on YouTube here. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to look at the live chat and see. Okay. All right. Here I am. I'm right here. How is this? Can you see me? There I am. There's Dewey. Trying to figure out which way. Let's see if I go this way. That's closer to the other. Okay. Well, for now, this is what we have. I'm working on the set. The set's going to look different. I keep trying to do this. Okay. You missed me. I was just on, y'all. Yeah. The lighting's good. Yeah, this is different. I bought these huge things. They're called V, the box is outside, V something. So I bought them. And you know what? You're supposed to bounce the light off of them, but it made me look yellow or weird. So that was not the best thing for me to do. That was not the best thing. Not the best thing. Okay, I'm just looking. View channel. I want to see if I can see the, here we are. Here we are. Okay, so I'm watching over here. Okay, this is great. Now I can kind of see your questions over here. All right, there we go. Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to do this. You're helping me set it up while I'm here. You're helping me set it up while I'm here, y'all. You made it live. Yes, beautiful. Love the new set. It's not really a new set. It's just the good camera. This is the camera that's Netflix approved, and I'm going to start streaming. I say this like I'm a fucking liar. I'm going to start streaming for YouTube. I mean, for Patreon. And so I've got to film videos, but that bloody warehouse was taking me out this week, meaning I was exhausted from it. And so, yeah, I couldn't deal with it at all. Y'all, I could not. Let's see. Your eyes look like a honey brown in the light. They're hazel, but they could be honey brown right now. Yeah, they could be. Orange Man, bad, honor, Well, Orange Man, bad is good for honoring Jaguar, right? Because she's fucking accurate. And what she's saying is, we need to watch because of the child trafficking. That's what she's saying. She's literally saying that, right? That we need to watch because of the child trafficking. So she's like good, right? Or not? Okay. Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec, y'all. I'm going to say this. I've got to, you guys are coming with me. You guys, live now. I'm just texting somebody. Okay. So she can see. But anyway, so I have the new set. I still have my microphone. Hello. So you said Netflix approved. Did you mean no, Netflix camera. No, Netflix. You can film a documentary on this, which is what I want to do. So this camera is really, really like high tech. So it picks up every wrinkle on your face and everything. That's why I don't use it much, because yeah, I don't like it too much. Yes, you made a live. Okay, love the lighting tonight. Okay, it's slightly different, and I moved my chair over. I have my thingies over there. I don't know what you call them, but I got them. So yeah, I've got all the shit I need, unless I don't need it. And then I gotta move the camera down so that I can look at the camera. That's the next step, y'all. I will get it right. I promise I will get it right. Okay, so let's see. Could you do a reading? I don't know who that is. What's the camera? It's the Sony FX3. I think it's a 3. FX3. Sony FX3. Yeah, the lighting is good tonight, but I don't have my white things. So I whited it out too much and it looked crazy. So the things I just bought, I just took back. Okay, I'm not trying to look down. This is going to be the hard thing. Okay, so there. Okay, yeah, I can see why my eyes look brown. Yeah, I have a weird different look. What's the weird different look? I see it here. Okay, I'm looking on the camera over here. So this is new. I'm just trying this camera out. Wait, how do I stop my eviction from my home? I was sick and my son and I never got the notice. You have to get a lawyer or go into court. You're always going to have to go into court. You have to go into court. Always show up in court and explain the circumstances. And with an eviction notice, they don't care if you're sick or anything. They just want you to communicate. So you like it? Yeah, this is a new camera. It's not sharp. Uh-oh, blurry. What's blurry? Is it blurry? What do you mean? Why isn't it sharp? Maybe I can't. It's more light, but it's more like oh, you know what it is? I get it. Hold on. Thank you. I was wondering. Hold on. I have to leave the set. Hold on, y'all. That's the problem. I couldn't figure it out. Thank you. Whoever said that. It's more like there. Mood light. Okay, you know what? It was the light over my head. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh shit. Sorry, you guys. It's little Tempest's birthday. Oh my God. Sorry. Oh my God. Happy birthday. Oh my God. Okay, I can't do this in text at the same time. Oh my God. Thank you guys. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this later. I can't do it right now. I can't text and see this. Oh, that's what the light was. Thank you guys for telling me. That's so awesome. It was the light above my head, the kitchen light. That makes sense. Okay. So now we understand that. What's up with the planes falling? Well, they're trying to make us, I'm looking for everything that I'm trying to look for. They're trying to make us, think that there's aliens coming after us and it's the whatever. I actually think it might be the aliens just going peg and picking off the flames and the planes and doing this, that, and the other. I think it might be that. Okay, let's see. Happy Venus Day. Yeah, another plane crash. Many plane crashes. I was afraid to fly ever before they crashed. Now I'm definitely afraid to fly. I'm like, no, I don't want to fly. You look way better now. Okay, yeah, it was the light above my head. I completely forgot to turn it off. Those are those strobe lights that come down. Thank you for that. Oh my God, thank you. This is my new camera. I'm trying to, you know what? I'm going to fix this after. I'm going to lower that. I think I'm going to lower it so it's more like on par so I can look at it because I have to look up and then I look down to read. So just headed to, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Yes, little Paige's baby is so cute. I went and sat with her little girl and her little boy and my Paigey, and Paigey's such a good mom. It was really fun. It's so nice to meet the newbies, the newbies on Earth, the ones that agreed to have a mission and come down here, apparently. I don't know if I'm buying that, but that was so cute. Yeah, what are your thoughts on, I can't deal with the fact that they're distracting us with Blake Lively and her idiot husband and the guy that produced the movie, directed the movie, wrote the movie, whoever directed the movie. The fact that they're bothering us with that is so benign. Like, does really anybody care? Do we really care or do we not care? I don't know. What do we think? I don't know. Right? I don't know. Yes, zoom in. No, it's not a zoom in. I have to lower it so I can look. Like, I don't want to zoom in too much on my face. Like, you can see. There's my face. You can see it. Keith's case is still going. I had to, what's winning hockey game tonight? Canada or USA? Well, Canada should win the hockey game, but I got to go USA. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Anyway, what I was going to say is Keith's case is still ongoing, and I had to go get pictures for the lawyer. She's really remarkable. The court sanctioned me. That was fun. I got a sanction. A sanction is money that you have to pay the court because you're a douchebag that doesn't answer your questions when the lawyers send them to you. But I didn't have a lawyer and I didn't know what the questions meant, so I didn't answer, so I would not further whatever. But the court looks at that as like an assault. And then the other lawyer, who is actually the douchebag, sends it over to you and you get fined. So I got fined. That's what happened. That's what happened to me. But it doesn't matter. We won some things too, and I don't really understand it because again, I'm not the lawyer, but you know, anyhow, yeah, it's still in court and whatever is happening is happening. So the lawyer is really graciously taking care of it, which I'm so grateful for. How can I contact you for a personal reading? Don't make me cuss you out. I have one website. I have one website, sloanbella.com. That's the only place my readings are going to be. You cannot email me and beg me. Don't ask me because I'll block you and never read you. So just like, don't ask me on the phone. Drives me crazy. I can't mentally handle it. I start to have a nervous breakdown, so I can't do it. I start to go crazy. I'm like, oh, I can't. I know the mic is so great. I cannot remember who gave me this, but I love your microphone. It's like, I have my microphone and it's right over there. This is super great. Hola. Super fucking great. This is so great that it's super great. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Anyway, yeah. So what was I even going to say? I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't, you know, some people, and good for them that they can work around the clock. I work 7 days a week. Like even tonight I took off from my stretch class, I think. I mean, unless I bail over there quick, but I mentally, literally could not handle another thing I had to do in the day. Like I literally couldn't handle it. So I just thank you for that. Thank y'all for the super chats. It's just, it's weird. It's very hard. I don't know if your guys' energy is like that, but it's really hard to accomplish everything and to have it move smoothly. It's really hard. Like it's super fucking hard. And I am busy all day long. And then I have a personal life, meaning my family, my grandkids, etc. And I can't get it all done. It's really annoying. So yeah, I know the microphone is so great. I haven't rested in my life. I don't think I mean, I rest as in I go to bed at night, but I'm up at 4:35 because I have to get back by 9 and I have to get in the shower and I have to start working. I can't handle it. It's a lot and it's always been that way. Yeah, I am too busy, but I don't have the luxury of not being busy, meaning I have to get shit done because I have to pay bills. Like you guys, like we all have to pay bills. So I tried working. It depresses me. Yeah, it does. It does, right? Yes, and sometimes I feel guilty when I take a rest day. Yeah. So I just pretend to be at peace. Yeah, that's exactly it. I just pretend I'm like, hi. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, it's very hard. And it's hard. What I find is it's really hard to navigate even when you're like it's hard. It's just really hard. And I know we have a Mercury retrograde, we have a Mars retrograde. I have to look at I've got to get my ephemeris out, y'all, because I can't remember. We have not Saturn. What do we have changing signs? Neptune is going into Aries. Oh my freaking fucking God. No. The ephemeris, y'all. The astrological information, you all, can you see it? That's 2027, but I'm going to go look. I think Mars goes direct, Mercury goes direct. I can't remember all the planets. Neptune's going into Aries. Please. More delusion for them. Bravo! Woo! That's awesome. I mean, I'm just so excited. I don't even care. But if I were to say anything, March is is an auspicious month, is what I would say. All right. So here's March of 2025. Can you guys see? There. That's how an astrologer reads a book when they're not pulling their whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can't even say it. When they're not computerizing their chart, it's like I'm tongue-tied. Okay, so let's look. Where's little Neptune? Neptune switches on. Oh my God. All of March is at 29 degrees of Pisces. And then it goes into Aries on the 30th, right around there. But it's stationary direct, like from the 27th on, right then. So Neptune, which is in its home station of Pisces, meaning it's in Pisces, which is so great for Neptune because they belong together, right? It's like your top and your skirt matching. So it's like super cool. But it's going into Aries. So aggressively delusional or delusionally aggressive. That's how I would word it. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. But that's how I would read it. Okay. So we have that. And what else do we have? We have, I forget everything we have. So let's see when Mercury goes direct. Mercury is still retrograde at the end of the month, and it's still retrograde until whatever you said. I forget when. And oh God, remind me to wear glasses so I don't go blind trying to figure it out here. Okay, it goes direct on the 6th of April. Somebody said that in the chat. It goes direct. And then we have, what else do we have? Something else is changing direction. Oh yeah, Mars is going back into Leo. Yippee. Anyway, there's a lot of bullshit going on. We got 2 eclipses. I have to plug this in. Of course, I have a low battery on the phone, on the computer. It's going to shut off and I'm not going to be able to see shit. Okay. So now I'm back. Okay, I'm back. And let's hope I can plug this in or we're going to lose the broadcast. Super annoying. I just get up and leave. Anyway, when Neptune goes into Aries, oh my God. Right? Like, seriously, think about that for a second. Oh God, my battery's dead, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to, give me 1 second. This is the bad part of my production. I was playing and I wasn't even going to come on tonight. Was not even going to come on. That should do it. I think, ouch, that did it. Okay, so aggressively delusional is the key for Neptune in Aries, y'all. Let's see, one more crazy. We're not going to end the crazy stuff. The crazy stuff is not ending. It's not going anywhere. I love how I leave the set and then come back. Like, hi, this is ABC News. I'm Dan Rather, and then just get off the set and walk. I think it would be uproariously funny. Oh, nothing happens to Pisces. They just see things very clearly. Nothing bad's going to happen. Okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. But they're going to see things more clearly. Piscean energy doesn't see clearly to begin with. Anytime Neptune is placed on anything, it's delusional. Don't yell at me. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Can you do a reading for a July 31st Leo? No. No, that doesn't tell me anything. July 31st, great. No year, no city, and no, I'm not doing that for you, especially on here. So no. Yeah, no, it's so interesting because it's a spiritual war going on right now. That's what's happening. That's what we're dealing with. I'm trying to put this up here so my face is, but that's what's happening. It's a spiritual war. So you'll begin to see it. And I want to point out, because, I got to go aggro and say some bullshit every night when I go live, because that's who I am. Hold on. I'm trying to do this. Sorry. All right. Oh my God. Okay. Also, what else do we have, y'all? I had to pull up my list. We have Saturn going into Aries on, let's see, Saturn on May 24th. On May 24th. We have Saturn in Aries, and then we have Neptune in Aries, and then Jupiter goes into Cancer on June 9th and stays there until June 29th of 2026. Now that is a good thing, even though it's in its detriment in the sign of Cancer, Jupiter, because it's ruled by Sag, and of course Sag is quite a different energy than Cancer. However, if you have Jupiter in Cancer, you're liable to win the lottery, make money, get pregnant, whatever it is. I have Jupiter in Cancer. I'm not going to be getting pregnant though, so I promise you that. Why? Because I'm too old. Okay, so then Uranus goes in, Uranus is in Gemini on July 7th until November 7th, and the nodes go into Pisces and Virgo. That is fucking crazy, okay? That is crazy. Oh my God, crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. So we have a lot of crazy, I love Canada because I'm Canadian. We have a lot of crazy stuff, but you know what I was going to say? How comes the microphone? To the people that comment on my page that they don't like me clapping back at people. Why the fuck are you here? Oh my God. I get these most obnoxious emails all day long. It's like, do I really need your emails telling me? Like, I didn't realize it was your channel. Like, you don't have to be here. No one told you to be here. Go away. Stop emailing me. Oh my God. Hi, I'm like a New Jersey attitude, I think, right? I think I'm like a, New Jersey type attitude I think I have. Also, listen to this. I cannot get my TikTok platform back. They will not respond. Not to me, not to my lawyer, not to anybody. So I found this woman's name on TikTok. She's the head of it or whatever. And her name is, I'm just going to point out, I've been sending her messages, but literally they don't have anyone you can talk to, while their platform allows people to steal my name, and people email me and say, Sloan, I sent you money and it wasn't really you. You owe me money back. How the fuck do I owe you money back? My platform is my platform. All of my social media is under @Sloan Bella. That's it. I am Sloan Bella. I'm not making up names for myself. I think Twitter, though, or X is under Sexy Psychic, but it still says Sloan Bella. That's from years ago, and I never go on there anyway. But I found this lady's name. Actually, Andro helped me find her online, and she is, let's see her name. What is her name? I just forgot her name. The hell is her name? Oh my God, I forgot her name. Let me find her name. And I tried writing her an email, and I literally just blanked on her name right now. I tried writing her an email, and I'm like, come on, can you help? Like, is there a person? Because they really don't want to get arrested going to their office to ask them a fucking question and videotaping it, like why you took my thing down. But I'm not beyond it at this point. I'm not beyond it. You know what I mean? I'm just not. So I don't know why they do that. I thought they banned. No, TikTok's there and people have my name. I don't have my name, but people have my name. And they're like, you're never getting your account back. It's permanently suspended. But they suspended me 1 hour after my lawyer wrote a letter to take down 200 fake accounts. So these platforms, there's like issues with them. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of issues with them that they allow, that they're so quick to allow people to shut you down for your opinion, like during COVID. Shut you down, shut up and shut you down, but they'll let people steal from you, use your name, illegally take your copywritten information, your likeness and image, which is illegal, not give you a way to comment on it, punish you because those people are making money off your name and image and you are not. And they're doing that. It's the beginning of the AI debacle when shit happens like that. Like it's going to be a problem. So I really feel like we need to get these platforms on guard, you know? Oh my God, I hope your mom's okay. No, she probably just slipped, sweetheart. Oh my God. I envision doing that on the treadmill. I can see myself doing that. I literally can see I can see that happening to myself, like for real. Oh, her name is Kim Farrell. How could I forget that? I want to call her Jen, but it's Kim. So Jen and Kim are real similar. Anyway, it's Kimfarrell. I'm begging this woman to help me. I don't get an answer back. I don't understand. So I'm asking Miss Farrell of TikTok. Let's see what she is. She is the global head of creators of TikTok. And apparently her views on her page are her own, and it's her own personal page, which is the way everybody's views should be. I totally agree, but I'm asking for her help. I need help getting my account back. Anyway, let's see. It's always about money for that to happen to you. Oh, I know. Someone is getting paid by the scammers, I know, and then they keep them up and cancel you. That's exactly what happened. I don't know who did that, but that's what happened. And my lawyer pointed it out and said, you need to take down the fraudulent accounts, and they called me fraudulent. I just thought I'd mention it. I'm having a huge issue with it. I don't understand why I can't get a hold of somebody to convey this in a normal way. I don't get it. Anyway, I don't understand. Oh, they've been saying about the 3 days of dark that are coming. 3 days of dark. The planet is dark. It's not coming. It's here. We're all, I mean, are we even alive? Because, I mean, I don't know. Are we alive? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm Jen. Jen. My birth certificate's a copy, different birth. Which one should I do? I have no idea which birth certificate. Probably someone from China. I know. We don't want to hurt the people from China. I have so many Chinese friends I love. But it's I don't know what it is on the platforms, but it's a real problem that you cannot reach somebody. And like, especially if you're trying to reach somebody on a platform and they farm their customer service out to a different country and a different language, like the people speak a different language, it's like really problematic because the tone or the inflection of the conversation is so different from this to this. So it's a real problem. It's a real problem. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry you lost your son. I don't communicate with people on this channel like this. I mean, it's hit or miss with mediums, whether they can communicate. I would hope I could, but sometimes it doesn't happen like that. It's not like a pull up thing like that. So it's difficult. And I had a hard time reaching my own son. So yeah. No, I didn't hear about that. I'm sure it is a cut. Thank you, Buttercup. No, I didn't hear about that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, mediumship, people have an idea about mediumship that isn't necessarily true. Sometimes the energy with people has to flow exactly right to have it work. And sometimes it's hit or miss. And sometimes, like my stepson, when he died, I could pick him up. My son, when he died, I mean, yes, he banged the table. He banged the box of pictures beside me when I was getting them ready for his funeral. But I didn't communicate with him the same way. So my communication with Keith has been entirely different than it has been like with my stepson and other people. And some people I don't even communicate with. So there has to be like a relaxedness in the energy. If I feel any tension, I tend to shut down. I don't know how other people work, but that's why it's important that you understand and like try to stay really like as open so that as a sitter, so the medium can feel comfortable, because it's a very jarring thing. And then to try to hear it and then to worry about like, is it right? Is it wrong? And not get the feedback is also difficult because I don't want to do damage to anybody. So when somebody says their son died, which is horrific on a motorcycle, it's fucking horrific. You don't want to do damage to the person. So you want to make sure you get as clear as you can get. How do we communicate with you, Michelle, telepathically? No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that's I wouldn't pick it up. I have a website. All my stuff goes through my website. My readings are not open right now. I mean, I may open them, but just right now I'm trying to get the site fixed and do everything. And so it's burdensome to have to add more work on top of work on top of work, if you get what I'm saying. And I take time with it as much as I need. Yeah, see, Daydream Bunny, she's a medium and she takes her time with it. But a lot of times, like, I have to just get it out of the way in my head. So when I'm filming a video with somebody who's dead, I get what I get, and it's my communication is out of my head and over here, and there's nothing back and forth, and it just is what it is. But when an actual person's sitting there or you're talking to them, you want to make sure you don't harm anybody by just making up shit or doing stuff. So I really have to feel comfortable to go into it to be able to get it. And there were some wonderful mediums that sent me stuff when Keith died, like tremendous. They were spot on. The one that said the bed was in the backyard, spot on. So it's, yeah, yes, if they're not open, right, Mari? That's right. I mean, I know people are skeptical. I know people think mediums are full of shit. I know it. I get it. I understand it. It seems like bullshit to me too. And anybody who's picked up on energy, you're like, am I making up shit or is that real shit? You know, like it absolutely feels like it's fraudulent at times. But also we are learning another language. So when you're a kid and I believe you're born a medium. I do not believe that anybody and their uncle can be a medium or their aunt, whatever. No discrimination here. I believe you can open up intuitive ability. I can believe you can do that, but I don't think every single person on earth is like, yeah, I can just do this and I can be a medium. It's possible, but it's also, what's the word I'm saying? It's also like when I'm doing the splits at class and I have to learn how to elongate my body. I'm not a natural at that. I cannot do the splits. My body does not move that way. Other people's bodies do move that way. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's natural to some people to do their middle splits. So not natural to me. Some people, first day in hoop class, they're upside down doing the straddle. Me, 6 months into it, I mean, I'm up there, but it looks pretty rickety, you know? So I can do it, but it's a very perfunctory, like below level. And some people are spot on immediately. That's how mediumship works. And it works with the person's energy. So the person who is a sitter, that's the person booking the appointment. You are the sitter. And then as the sitter, your energy, your people connect through your energy strands. And everybody has a different way of communicating. The medium, in this case, if it were me or any of the people out here, thank you for that. So even if you connect with the energy, it's how well do you understand the conversation? Because they will place images in your head, thoughts in your mind, show you things. And a lot of times, and I kid you the heck not, a lot of times people will say, no, that's not it. And then call back several months later and go, oh shit, that's it. And I've had to explain myself, but I just get what I get. And it's like, whatever, that's what I get. It's a difficult job because there's a lot of people like hanging on what you say. And so it's more about the communication between the other side and you. And some people approach it differently. That's why you have to do it a lot to be able to understand how your tonality is with the vibration, I would say. I need to have a conversation. I don't know who Cliff is, but okay. Long you tell when someone is going to come into their spiritual gifts in life. Well, you can tell by a chart when they're born with them, because it's kind of obvious in a chart that they're born with them, but you have free will. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to be it. You don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? You can, whatever. You don't have to do shit. You can be like, I'm picking up that energy. I'm not doing it. So it has a lot to do with your free will. There's also people that do it and can do it easily and it's natural to them. And then there's other people that are to be the workers doing it. And so that's a different vibration. And they may not be as skilled as somebody who just sits at home and can pick up shit on their own or whatever. You know, just because someone does it like for work doesn't mean they're the most advanced or the least advanced. It's just different. So you kind of hope that people will come to you in the same energy level, like that you are, that they are, or whatever. The same vibration, tonality. And then also sometimes, seriously, people don't want to be talked to on the other side, or it's too new or whatever. So yeah, when I'm doing the celebrity readings, I have a person, like it's a person who's passed away or whatever it is, and I'm reading the energy around it. So it's like it's a different thing because I don't have someone in front of me either blocking me with their energy or bringing me into their way of thinking. You'd be surprised how many people get a psychic reading or come in for a reading and they make up shit that I know is not what's going on. And I'll say, I don't feel that. And then they'll be like, yeah, well, that's what's going on. And they're not. I mean, I don't know why, but that's what they do. So I don't know what to say. Let's see. I bet my God is better than yours. Okay. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, it's just let's see. Blatantly said she doesn't care about the children and stop asking. She said, I don't think Jaguar Wright said that. Who said that? Jaguar Wright? I can't get this to go back. Yeah, I can't get it to go back because wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, hold on. Jaguar Wright. I gotta look it back. This is different than when I'm on my phone. So I'm looking over here. I should hold it up. Hold on. Somebody, you've been planning your wedding. Awesome. Bobby's on here. Your daughter-in-law is a Leo, moon in the 8th. That's like being a Scorpio moon. Jag was blatantly said she doesn't care about the children and to stop asking her about them and find someone else to ask about it. She's a money-hungry liar. I don't think she said that. She's talking about, she's coming at it from a different perspective. She's coming at it from the rape and abuse of people in the music industry. So she's giving, and two things can be equally true at the same time, but she's giving you information into a behind the scenes on that. And she is talking about what they did to kids. I don't think I've ever heard her say that. So I don't know why that's an opinion because she started saying it years ago. And she's talking about the rape and murder of people that are not just children, but also adults and other people like Cassie and like Kathy White and like, whomever who are around the P. Diddy's, because that's directly connected to P. Diddy's. And then there's the Jay-Z's and then there's the Chris Rocks. Chris, the other one, not Chris Rock, but him too. There's all of the people in the industry that she's talking about. She's talking about it with good reason. So she's still talking. So, yeah. It's not what they want to hear. Oh, right, Doom Witch? I know you tell people stuff and they're like, I didn't want to know that. And I'm like, yeah, well, I can't hear anything but that. Or I want to know this or I want to know that. And a lot of times, sometimes you're not ready to hear stuff. And I know it. I mean, I've had arguments with people, my psychic friends, where they're like, stop arguing with me. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. So I totally get it. I totally understand it. Totally understand it. Because sometimes the psyche isn't ready to hear it. If you get somebody who's really good, they'll tap into something and you'll begin to hate them for it because you'll be like, why are you saying that to me? Why are you saying that to me? Right? So you won't want to deal with it. And then, whatever happens. But the way that I look at readings now is if anybody reads for me, I don't judge the reading at all. I just take what I want and go about my business. I do what I got to do and I go about my business. What else can I do, right? So, yeah. Since we were close, he took his own life. Oh my God, just out of nowhere. I'm still so uneasy about how it happened. Well, maybe pursue that, really find out how it happened, find out where his body was found, where he was, what people think. Maybe you're supposed to feel uneasy because you're supposed to question it and go on. See, it's a really hard thing to, I just look at it as an extended conversation. And the way that I hook in is just through a name and a birthday. That's not a chart. That's just how I calm my brain down to do it. So it can be, difficult for everybody, right? So, you guys know how it is. A lot of you know how it is. But you do have to watch because you have to watch who you go to, really, quite frankly. Have you ever predicted someone winning the lottery and they won? Never. I'm here to say never. Ever have I predicted anyone winning the lottery, but I really don't take those kind of questions because I don't give a shit. I don't know what to say. I think it's all fixed. Whatever. I want to learn astrology. What do you advise me to do to start with? Start learning astrology. Start reading everything you can about it. Start looking online. Start talking to people. Start doing the best you can do to learn. It's a lifelong practice. I haven't learned all of the astrology yet, so Aries is very controlling. You think? Wait till Neptune goes in Aries. You're going to have a bunch of aggressive a-holes arguing with you about something that's so blatantly not true that you'll be like, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And then you're going to be like, oh, crap. So yeah, be very careful. Yeah, you do. People don't realize they carry energy. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, yeah, there's a lot of stress on the business when you do it, because I don't want to say anything to harm you. I mean, if you're asking about your boyfriend, who gives a shit? I mean, no offense to your boyfriend, but when it comes to somebody who's passed away in your life, I do not want to compromise anything when I'm talking about that, because it's something that is so horrific on this side, the way that we're taught, that I just don't want to be the person who does that. I don't want to be that person. One of those Haya books, like Sloan has. Ephemeris. Yes. Ephemeris or whatever. Ephemeris. Good job. But before ephemeris, you have to know what the little numbers mean in the ephemeris, because it's just planets and numbers. So get a beginner astrology book, Astrology for Dummies or something. Get that and start reading it. Yeah, it's weird. The energy's weird, but anyway, yeah. So did you see? Well, thank you for your super chat. I did not see it. I can't stop the scrolling. I'm so sorry. It never stops on anything. I'm a Scorpio moon. Yeah, I have psychic gifts and paranoia. Sorry, it just struck me as funny. I have psychic gifts and I'm fucking paranoid. The way, of course, you're paranoid. You can feel the truth. That just made me laugh. You just made me laugh there. So what are your thoughts on demonic possession? What do you mean? Okay, I've got to say it again. Okay, first of all, to get rid of your paranoia, try exercising, try calming yourself down, no caffeine, no drugs, no alcohol, and try to really ground yourself into what are your thoughts and what are other people's thoughts. You kind of have to do that in order to understand which thoughts are yours and which thoughts are theirs. That's what you want to do, to keep yourself in a particular way of thinking, if that makes sense. So you want to do that. The other thing you might want to do is really learn how to ascertain when you're around people. So pay attention when you go to Susie's house or Joey's house or whoever, where you feel off balance, where you feel tired, where you feel pissed off, because then you're going to know how to operate the energy like that. So you probably want to do that if you can as well. I don't think anything of any other medium publicly. I will never say it. I keep my shit to myself. I don't care. If I know you personally and then I know you, but I don't give a shit what anyone else does. I don't care. I don't have any opinion of anything like that, because that's them. And if I don't get a reading from them, I have no clue. I mean, unless you're just going to say, do I like the way they dress? And I'm not watching TV, so I don't know. I don't know. What did somebody just ask me? Oh my God. Demonic possession. Absolutely, it's a thing. There are many religions, voodoo, hoodoo, Buddhism. Now, just humor me on this, that conjure up and pray to and chant and bring in entities. An entity can be anything, okay? So when you're praying to have something come to work for you, a djinn, a genie, or whatever, it's an entity. Now take it a step farther and understand that most of the population is higher drunk. And when they're higher drunk, what are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah, they're letting things in their body. Absolutely. I don't believe there's a lot of possessions like The Exorcist, where it's a complete takeover of the body to the point that, it's just a fucked up thing. But I do believe that the demons do take over people that have an open portal in the body. That's why your body is a temple. That's why it says it biblically. Not because we're trying to control you, says the Bible. I haven't read it, so I don't know. But apparently your body's a temple. If you treat your body right, you're not going to do things to open your body up to pull in energy. You're not going to have Swiss cheese through your aura. That's what happens. The more you drink, like when I worked in the bar, we used to own a bar, but when I worked in the bar and I would see the drunk people, I was sober. see the drunk people come in, their energy was weird. A lot of it was like spiny pine trees coming out like this. Some people were like really closed off and wiggly, like this. Some people were like a brick wall. It was just put up in front of you. And all of it, their energy field, so their body chakra system and their auric field and their energetic centers were like little Swiss cheese cloth. So why you want to do that for? Why do you want to do that? Oh my God, Flo, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Daydream Bunny. Yeah, I got something similar. Thank you, Flo, for that. Flo is super generous to the chat. I'm trying to look down while looking at the I have to move this camera so it sits in front of me. Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, when somebody dies, especially your child, it's like you are pummeled to the ground. Just pummeled. I have to turn this. Hold on. Let's say try tonight. You are pummeled. You are beaten. You are stomped. It's unimaginable. And to see it is absolutely fucking unreally devastating. Like for me, it was devastating. I couldn't go to him, and all I could think about, I told you this, and I know it's the same. Thank you, Flo, for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so great. Thank you. Yeah, it's and everybody that sent super chats. Flo is so generous for this channel, so I really appreciate it. Beyond. I think I split because I was sobbing and crying, and I stopped. And I don't really cry. I didn't really cry. I mean, I looked like I would cry, and probably privately I did, but I felt myself go completely numb. Like the numbness went down my shoulders. It was that way driving there, but when I saw him, I went completely numb and I don't feel anything. Like I know how to smile. I know how to laugh. I understand social cues for the most part. And I can say I'm angry. I can say I have anxiety, but it's the verbalization of it, not the feeling of it anymore. I don't feel anything. I literally feel nothing. So you can't do anything. I don't. And most of the time, my body doesn't even feel anything. So I don't feel. I can analyze it intellectually. So it's from a disconnected place, but there's literally no feeling in my body. Like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, I have anxiety, but I don't have the heart palpitations. I don't feel it. So I'm not able to connect with the way my body feels anymore in any way, which is weird. So I think people handle it differently, and I think it's also in the manner in which the person passed. So however the person died, like if there's a gunshot wound or an accident or just a peaceful death on the bed, your grandpa or something, those are different things. Or somebody struggling with cancer, totally different things. And I think, I think it affects people differently. I think it's really very, very, I don't know what the word is it, but when you can't help your child and your child's dead in front of you and you can do nothing, I don't even know what to say. It's just like, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, no, I died inside too. My eye twitches. I'm sorry. I've developed all these twitches. Yeah, it's very, it's really unbelievable to see it. And then you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? And when you're looking at it, you're like, I completely understand this. I get it. And I know people don't want to talk to you and stuff because you'll be like, my son died or my daughter died or my husband died or my wife died or, my best friend died. And people are like, oh shit, how do I get out of this conversation? Most people don't want to deal with it. And I had a best friend growing up that died on a motorcycle. And the one thing, oddly enough, I remember is that people didn't want to talk to his girlfriend, her family, whatever, about it. Like it wasn't always up on the conversation. I just remember thinking, why don't people want to talk about it? They want to talk about it. I will talk about it. Like I'll talk about your dead person. You can talk about my dead person. Like if I meet you in public and your dog dies, I'm going to have a conversation with you about it. I'm not going to go, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to make sure to give you eye contact and talk to you, because that's part of the way that you heal grief, is by acknowledging that this huge light in your life, it could be your pet, it could be your kid, it could be your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your cousin, whatever. You have this huge like loss. It's gone. And so when people ignore you, it invalidates the way you're feeling. We shy away from grief. It's not the right thing. If you can talk to people, look at them, they don't have to like bring it up as much, because they'll be able to tell you what they need to tell you when they're telling you the story of the person's life, and the energy is going back and forth. It's very important to do that. Even if they were murdered, even if they did something stupid, even if they died in a car accident, a motorcycle accident, a drug overdose, I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, talk about your person, you know? Wait, what? Who's telling me to do something? Oh my God. Yeah, somebody's like, Sloan doesn't need to talk about anything. I don't have to fucking do anything, but people are so funny. They get really bold back here, but I think it's extremely important that we talk about the different ways people grieve. A lot of people, at least in my family, they get, high and drunk and they go on benders for years and they fuck their whole lives up because someone died. I just remember thinking, like, talking to people, and not just my family, but talking to other people who experienced that. And I just remember thinking, it must be nice to abdicate your life because you have grief. Like, I couldn't do that. So I really feel like people that have kids when their kid dies, but littler kids, and can stay and help them and raise them, I think that that's lovely for their spirit. They're very lucky, because you can really take yourself out with grief, and that's not what your loved one would want. They would not want you to do that. But people do that, and they think it's justified, and it's actually the wrong way to handle grief, because you are now destroying yourself when dying is part of life. And if you can honor your loved one, you can flip that energy. You're not going to be happy that whoever died, you're not going to be happy, but you can flip it so you don't destroy yourself. And I feel like that's so important. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I lost my soul when my son died. I just was like, I can't understand what the fuck is happening. I just remember like seeing Dewey's feet underneath the tarp and looking at his little socks, pulling up and going, where's his shoes? Why doesn't he have his shoes on? I told him not to walk on the cemented socks. My mind was doing this. I'm like, why is he on the ground? Where's his shoes? Well, he flew out of his shoes is what happened. And his socks were dirty because that kid always ran out to the mailbox in his white socks and then put them in his shoes. And then the dirt cycle happened. But I just remember thinking he just looked like he was asleep on the ground. That's what he looked like to me. Like he was a sleeping little guy. And then the monk gave me his shoe. Well, she gave it to the police. There was a shoe down there and a shoe over there, but I couldn't see them when I pulled up. So I wanted to know where his shoes were. I'm like, where? And you're fucking numb as hell. Like you're like, I couldn't even, Arlene and my friend Arlene had to take notes for the officer that was talking to me so that I would understand it. Cause I literally couldn't process. Like I was like, I couldn't. So I understand when people cannot at a death scene get their brains together to understand what happened. It's very difficult. I don't care who it is, grandma, grandpa, I don't care. It's very fucking difficult. It's very, I always buy black socks. Yeah. See, you're smart. That's what I always said to Keithy. I'm like, I bought him little Adidas flip-flops to put on with his socks. Cause I'm like, you cannot run out on the asphalt because it gets on your little socky socks, and then you're going up and down the stairs in them, and they're getting blacker, and I'm going to throw them out because it drives me crazy. It was a little joke we had. He'd run outside in his little socks. I'd always see him. Then he'd put the slides on, the things, they go up there. But it was the funniest. But it's, yeah, you can, what are you asking about the third eye and all of that? I do believe in reincarnation. I believe our reincarnation cycle has been hijacked, though. So when I say that to you, what I believe is that literally the reincarnation cycle as we know it has been hijacked. So somehow we get into the crossing out, because I felt Keith when he left, but I felt him after the fact, if that makes sense. I didn't obviously, I felt, do you know what I felt when he died? Because I was talking to a client probably like 11:45 to 1:30. So he was pronounced dead at 1:16. I felt nothing. Only thing I can recall feeling is that there was like a white void in the room. So like just white noise. Like I couldn't feel anything. It's weird. I didn't know anything happened. I lay down at about 1:35, put my head down, was facing my phone. Jason never ever calls me. He texts, right? And he called me that day at about 1:36. I just finished with my last client, like at 1:30, and I get really tired, so I had to go lie down. So I just curl up to be asleep for 2 hours. And I heard the phone ringing, and usually I'm like, I'm not going to answer. It's a client, but I looked and I saw it was Jason. So I thought maybe he ran out of gas or he got a flat tire. I don't know. I thought something. And all I heard was Keith hit the floor. So there I am in bed, on top of the bed, and I'm like, Keith hit the floor. I said he fell down the stairs. Like my brain would not hear what he was saying. And he said, no, he hit the floor. He hit the ground. I said, on what? I couldn't even comprehend. Motorcycle. What hospital is he in? Jason said DeSoto. And I just got in my car and drove down the 210, called the police. They would not answer me back. They did not tell me. No police officer ever called me. I called 911 and said, my son's been in a motorcycle accident. What hospital is he at? What's the hospital by Chatsworth on DeSoto? And I heard the tape after. So after I accessed all the paperwork for the tape, for the 911 calls, I heard the 911 officer talking to either the paramedic or the police, I'm not sure which. And she said, what do I tell her? And they said, you can't tell her while she's driving. So you can tell me while I'm driving, because I'm a fucking grown up and I want to know. I think they think they're doing good, or that's their procedure, but you need to tell me because I ran up on it. I already knew it. I knew it. I ran up on it, but I heard the conversation and they never called me back. Like not a police officer called me back, and then I saw the tape. I don't know. I'm going into this again, but anyway, I saw the tape, the body cam footage after, and I could see David, Keith's friend, and I could see Clarissa, David's girlfriend, and I could see them come the other end of the accident, and I could hear George, like David called George. The police wouldn't let him under the thing, and then I heard Clarissa say, well, what hospital, so I can tell his mom? And I heard the officer say, you can't tell his mom if she's driving. Well, I think she already knows, but what hospital is he at? And then I heard them tell him that he was dead. And then I heard Jason through the phone with David screaming on the phone, and David saying to Jason, like, bro, why would I lie to you? And Jason just cussing him out and screaming. So I was able to put that together, which I'm very lucky for. I think this is the problem with children that go missing that you never see, because the parents don't have any tangible textured energy to figure out what happened. That's an evil problem when someone takes a child, hurts a child, murders a person, and you never hear from that person. Obviously you can draw a conclusion, but there is no body cam footage. There is no eyewitness testimony other than the person got taken or this happened or that happened. But where is my person? And that is one of the cruelest things you can do, because I was at least able to process. I was able to piece by piece process what happened, because I could hear the conversation, and then I was able to fit it in with what I was told, which was not everything, because not everybody knew everything, right? So yeah, it's just let's see. Okay, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's very hard. So people whose children are missing, and I think of Caitlin when I say this, who's been missing 10 years, I think, or more. I forget, 10 years, 12 years. Her mother doesn't have that tangible. And this is pertaining to people who go into sex trafficking. They get kidnapped for that, babies sold on the market. Those parents don't have closure. And as a society, we should be looking for those kids on a whole. Like, we should just keep ourselves really aware in public. I know they change their hair color. I know they murder some. I know they do this. But those parents, they don't have anything. Like, they literally don't have it. I didn't have to listen to anybody. I got to hear the conversation and see what happened and see videos. So I was able to see things and put A plus B plus C plus what I knew together. They're not. They just know their kid was walking home. They were on the phone with them. They went there and then suddenly they're gone. Hey, I mean, like, I don't get it. But yeah, Caitlin, I really believe, do you think the mother feels? Oh God, you feel emotionally. Of course you're detached. What the fuck are you going to do? You can't think about it. You'll kill yourself. I'm telling you, you will take your own life. You cannot. What do you do when a 3-month-old goes missing out of the hospital and you never see that kid again? Like, what the fuck is that? What do you do when your adult daughter, such as Caitlin, is doing one thing and everybody and their cousins lying to you over here because they never found a body? So where is she? Where is she? Somebody knows where she is. And you can bring peace to the family, but these people choose not to. They choose to protect themselves, hide their whatever they're doing, avoid the conversation, pretend it didn't happen. You know, I mean, what? I mean, do you know, like, the damage I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand from that. It's so weird. I know Flo is lovely. No, you're not the same after how can you be the same? I watched John go gray overnight with his first son. I watched his hair turn gray overnight. I watched him fall asleep where he couldn't even open his eyes because he couldn't even be awake after it happened. I watched that. I watched how that one death imploded for years on the entire family. Imploded on the two little brothers, on the other people in the family, blew it up, made it dysfunctional as fuck. So, yeah, it's not an easy thing. I was, aw, yes, you just need to talk, right? And I was just needing to talk, exactly, because it's stored in your body. Also, in order to release the trauma, when you speak it, it goes out of the body's energy field. And with grief, that's very important. People don't want to deal with it. I totally fucking get it. I'd like to be la la la, like the New Agers. Everything is love and light. No, the fuck it isn't. You're on Earth. So if you're a true healer, you have to understand, as a practitioner, you need to go at things the way they are. I mean, I haven't read the Bible, but they say that Jesus cussed people out and got into fights. So he was on Earth as a light worker, as a human being. So for all the light workers out there that run around saying all that matters is love, yes, conceptually, but ultimately when they tell you to turn the other cheek, be the bigger person. Okay. First of all, I'm a first house Pluto. I'm never turning the other cheek. I will dig up your backyard to get the information I need. So I'm not turning the other cheek. But why do we let the bullies continue to victimize because it's better if you don't talk back? Because these people that are saying shit to you that's caustic and toxic and whatever it is, they're setting in word spells, and by reverberating it back to them, like, oh, you think I'm ugly? You're ugly. Whatever you say back, I'm just giving that as an example, right? Or like, you're fat. No, you're fat, right? Whatever they say to you to throw you energetically into a state of toxic bullying, you can reflect that back on them so that it doesn't touch you, because that's their intention. So turning the other cheek actually victimizes you and is not the correct way to approach it. You can do what you want. You have free will. An eye for an eye is also not the correct way. But you do get and still be a spiritual person, and you can tell people to fuck off and to get out of your space and set your boundaries. Why are you not able to protect yourself? Because you're spiritual. But you have to act all, what is that? Love and light, like little twinkle shoes. I don't know. So what you're saying, you can't protect yourself and you have to be the bigger person and so if somebody steals your kid and you're talking to the authorities and the authorities are not giving you the answers you want, you're supposed to be the bigger person and go home? No, I don't believe that. I think we've been taught wrong. There are instances if you're acting, if you're arguing with a 6-year-old, yeah, you're going to be the bigger person. You're not going to cuss them out. They're 6, wait till they're grown up. But if you are literally with somebody who's deliberately trying to bully you, you don't have to believe what they're saying, but you can punch the energy back so it goes back to them and reflects. You can do that. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm like rubber and you're like glue. It bounces off to me and sticks on you. Boo boo. But it is about balancing it back. You don't get to degrade me with comments. When people ask, like when they say stuff, on here and they're like, you shouldn't fight back. You shouldn't be this. I get to choose how I respond. You don't, because it makes you uncomfortable because you don't like it. That's your problem. I'm going to do what I do because obviously this is the way I choose to run my life. And I'm a fire sign with the first house Pluto. So I'm going to fuck shit up. That's how I am. That's how I was made. Sorry. I'm not a Libra rising with a little sweet Neptune in the first house or something like that. That's not me. Sorry. I'd be drunk if that were me. No offense. Hi, Anthony. Yes, Anthony does understand. Anthony understands it. Anthony, you understand it. And you got better because you started to set your boundaries. I already know this about you. You took your own actions. You didn't take shit and you set your boundaries. I know this. Yes, they do make you feel inferior for speaking up. Everybody tries to make you feel inferior. I got this ridiculous email. I got like 3 of them in a row. I think it might have been the same person because it sounded so similar. But they're like, I just want to learn from you on your live stream. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not here just to be working for you 100%. I'm going to be partially entertainment and partially my work. I'm not obligated for every word out of my mouth to be a teaching moment. What kind of idiocy is that? Sorry. Yeah, no, I get when you say you don't want to waste your energy, but also in a public way, I'm going to shoot it back to the person. So I'm going to shoot it back to that person. If you're in my family and you say something, it's coming back to you. If I'm at a dinner table with you and you say something shitty, you will be called out. And I may not scream at you, but you will be called out. You're going to be asked if you're okay. Are you mentally well? I know you are, but what am I? I mean, any number of things is going to come out of my mouth. That's just the way it is. You don't get to do that. Like, who taught you to do that? Stop doing that and we won't have this issue. Yeah, no, I know, right? Wait, sometimes you set them, yes, the only way we really win is love and unity. That's not happening on this planet though. That's the incorrect conversation. How you, okay. You cannot have love and unity at the expense of your boundaries being warped by a bully. Do you understand? Like, you don't have to respond in it. You can walk away for sure, but you can say stop and walk away. But love and unity is not putting yourself on the altar to be displayed as a victim of other people's whatever. No, that's not what it is. It doesn't give license. My thinking spiritually is about the balance and the justice of it. So you do this, I can do it too. Like, you don't get to just do it. I don't have to do it. I have free will. That's what I'm saying to you. The spiritual community in the sense of the new age is all, again, the law of attraction. You cannot just say, I want my neighbor's husband and go do spells. I want a big green Porsche. I'm going to manifest this because I'm a good manifester. The things that have to go together for you to manifest, first of all, energetically, it has to be correct for you or you're manipulating energy. So anything that comes to you is yours. You just have to be open to explore it, right? The second thing is the law of attraction apparently only works in a first world country, because the third world countries can't even get out of the vibration of poverty and not having rice to eat. So that should tell you that that's an untrue thing. It's being worked the way it's told to us. You know? Yes, exactly. Green cars are bad luck. No, but it's true. No, it's true, Lily. It's true. If people in Ethiopia cannot get enough food to eat, or on the Sudan, or in Haiti, because the country's been raped, them practicing The Secret, the book The Secret, now that should strike you as odd. Why is it a secret? Why are you motherfuckers keeping how to be happy, abundant, and eat on this planet a goddamn secret? That should tell you that that's not what it is. And it's worded in a way that it's not 100% accurate. They give you pieces of information, but not the whole what is it? The whole recipe for it. So in order to be abundant, all you really have to do is feel joy in your life. You don't need to make a wish list to Santa. That's coming at it from a greedy perspective. Be abundant to your life. And then in that abundance, your life will open up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all. That's it. No, be free, be abundant. Exactly. Let's see. I heard about Chelsea Clinton. Let's see. We are in the demon place. Yes, there is some light and spirits, but yes, people don't get that. Why would God do this? Well, God's not doing this. Somehow we're down here, whether by choice. Again, I'm going to say this. I did not. Excuse me. Oh, teacher. I did not pick to come here first. No. Secondly, if I did pick to come here, I obviously had an addiction problem last life, because something's fucking wrong. So I crossed over high. Thirdly, I really think they hijacked the reincarnation cycle to make us feel as though we have to come back right away. And they may use our relatives to trick us with that. If I saw Keith down here again, I'd be here in a hot flash if I could be near him. So I would reincarnate back, because I'd be able to see my Keith. And you see what they do? They keep us trapped. And then we are trapped in a place where half the population is on this team and half is on this team. And then there's stragglers in between that don't know what team they're on. Sounds pretty similar to what they tried to say, right? So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did. They did. They hijacked something. I don't know what they've done, and I don't know how it is, but they have done something, and it's tomfoolery and fuckery. Oh my God. All right, you guys. Guess what? I'm signing off. That's my thing. Let's see who is. I think it's entities on the other side, because truly it's a spiritual war. So they need our energy to hide behind. If you look at the cat's going cuckoo over there, you hear her? She literally snuck into my bag. Lou. Anyway, the hijacking is done from a perspective of the beast system incarnates that cannot get out of this dimension because, okay, for lack of a better word, they've sold themselves out. They have aligned themselves with the beast system and not God. And as a result of that, they are unable to leave. So they are vampirish in a way because they recycle back. They need our energy because they don't have any of their creative ability themselves. And they come in as social engineers. And when they try to crack the code and get out of it, Kanye West, Britney Spears, whoever else, they end up dead. So that's kind of what happens. That's what happens. So I'm a writer. I'm a writer for you. About things. Hold on. I gotta see this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that talk about it. I've been taught. My first date with my husband, and this is year 38. We're divorced, but my first date with him my conversation was the world is run by Satanists and pedophiles. I literally was 21 years old And I knew it from the background I grew up in, and also being in the strip clubs. I mean, I know it's a whole, anyway, we've talked about it before, but I know it, and it's very obvious. It's very obvious. But yeah, people come to it because they're on the bandwagon, but this is the way you need to look at it. Look at it from the perspective, the more people that talk about it, the more people will be able to see it, the more kids will not get brutalized by it. Just think of it in that way, because they need our energy. So when we recycle back, we come in, our brains are wiped, kind of like MK Ultra, and we wake up here, oh goody, and we wake up here, and then all this shit goes on, and they bombard us on TV with things that are like, you know, like the Brady Bunch, the Cosby Show, all of these things where these people have these huge lives and big houses and everybody's happy, and you know, it's all good. We never see really like we do now, but you never see like the meth house. We did see Breaking Bad, but what I'm saying is they make you feel like you have to try to obtain that because you're not going to be happy without money. That's not true. I mean, obviously you need money to live, but you don't need what they're trying to push. That's the problem on this planet. All right, you guys. All right, I'm off, over and out. If you have a friend or family member or loved one who's lost somebody, talk to them about that person. Ask them questions. What did they look like when they were little? What was their favorite flower? I don't know. Ask them anything. What did they dress up as Halloween? Speak, because that person will know you care about them when you do that. I was so lucky on this channel, all of y'all, everybody sent me beautiful. I have every single gift and every single letter, boxes of them, with all of the sentiments and the emails and just the concern and the kindness. You have no idea how that touches somebody's heart, like just literally touches their heart. And Teresa, if you're out there, I got what you sent me. I think it's like a body thing for like pain. I don't know what you call it, for pain, for sore bodies. I just opened it. Thank you so much. I will try it out. People sent me beautiful, like just beautiful things. I don't even know how to say it. Just really gorgeous, lovely things that were all specific to my son and myself and my family. You just never know, even by speaking to somebody, what you can help them with. And I know people don't want to talk about it. I understand why, because it's like, oh my God, it's going to be painful, but it actually can be really good. So I'm just saying that. That's just my opinion. Okay, you guys, if you see me, I'm going to have to put something on here. Me and Andrew been talking about it. Okay, if you see anybody or telling you they're me, you can only reach me at sloanbella.com. You can only reach me there for readings. If the books are open, they're open. If they're not, they're not. But that's the only place you can reach me. I will never DM you. I do not say hi, grand risings. I do not say I have something to tell you. The last thing I want to do is tell you something. The last thing, okay? I don't want to tell you. I want to tell you shit. I don't want to tell you. No. I don't want to tell you. So that's fake trickery. And if you see the people, I can't get TikTok to respond. It's really maddening. They will not take down those fraud accounts. There's even some chick who calls herself Sloan Bella but posts none of my pictures, doesn't look like me, and she's allowed to use my name. My name is my legal name, and it's trademarked, and it's copywritten as pertaining to my verbiage, and I still can't get it back. So the truth is, all of these platforms will do whatever the hell they want and take your shit and take your name and use your likeness and image and just fuck you over because you can't reach them. And I don't know what to do. So that's all I'm saying. That's it. All right, you guys. Good night. This was a new test on this camera, so hopefully it's good. Okay. Good night, y'all. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. I got to figure out how to stop this. This is, yeah. Okay. Bye, you guys.